This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good evening. So in last class we discussed regarding the Power Query. Okay, so number and the text related functions. So today we are going to continue with the text and the date function. So today we are going to continue with the number function. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So do you have any query regarding class?
No, ma'am.
Fine. So we'll continue with the number function today in a Power Query. So I have some data. We'll continue with that. So if you need a time to enter the data, so I'll give a 2 minutes of time to you. Just enter the data. Yes. Done.
Just a second.
Okay.
Ma'am, all this will work even if I don't have an internet connection on laptop, right?
No issue. No ma. No need of it. Internet connection is not mandatory.
Ah, okay, ma'am.
So we'll continue. So today we are going to discuss regarding the number functions in that. So in that we are going to learn about addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and percentage, percent of, and the other things we are normal rounding, round up, round down things we are going to discuss in this class. So what I will do, I'll select this table. So I'll just click on this data. You have the option here, get data. So I'll click on this from Excel workbook. So before that, when you click on this, so already I'm in the same sheet. So directly I'll click on this from table or a range. Okay. So when you have a data in the another workbook or the another file, then you can go for get data. So in last class in depth we discussed regarding this. So today we'll continue with, already I am in the same workbooks. So I want to continue with the same sheet. So I'll just click on this from table or a range. So when you, 1 minute, I'll just click on this. So I'll select this, I'll go to the data, I'll click on from table or a range.
Ma'am, did you select my table has headers or not?
1 minute. My table already has a headers, already it is selected. Just click on this OK button. Give me 1 minute. Fine. So I'll just click on this table. I'll go to the from table or a range. So I have some data here, product, quantity, rate. So by multiplying the quantity and the rate, so I need to calculate the cost price. So I want to calculate the cost price. So what I will do, I'll select by pressing control, I'll select a quantity and rate. Okay. I'll go to the add column. You have the option here, standard. Go to the add column. You have the option standard. So quantity into rate, so we are multiplying it. So I'll just click on the standard. You have the option here, multiply. Just click on this. So by multiplying this, you'll get the data. So I'll just right click here. I rename it as a, rename it as a cost price. So I'll rename it as a cost price. Now I want to calculate the selling price. What I want to do, I want to calculate the selling price. So before that, what I will do, excuse me. So before that, I'll add a profit. So what I will do, I'll add a profit. Do you have any query till here? If you want, I'll explain it once from starting.
No, ma'am.
Fine then. So I'll add a 10% profit. So for this, I'll add 10% of profit. So how to add a 10% of profit. On cost price for each product, I'm adding 12%. So select it, click on the standard. You have the option here percentage. What do you have? You have the option here percentage. So I'll just click on this. So you can see here when you click on this add a percentage, you have the option here 12. What you have? You have the option here enter the percentage to apply the each value in the column. So 12%. So you can just type here 12. Click on OK button. Click on OK button. So I'll just do it in the add column. It is not displaying for me for that purpose. Okay, so type here 12. Click on OK button. Now you can see here it is showing as a percentage. I'll just right click here. I'll rename as a profit. Fine. So next, how will get the selling price? Cost price plus profit. So I'll select cost price plus profit. I'll click on the standard. You have the option here add. Just click on this. You'll get the addition. So instead of addition, right click here, rename as a total sales. Rename as a total sales. Fine. Next. So what I will do, the next one is now I want to know what is the selling price for each product or the each pieces or the each numbers. So I'll select the total sales. I'll go to this one month. I'll just select total sales and quantity. Total sales and quantity. You have the option here standard. You have the option here divided. Just click on this. You can see here this is the cost price. Okay, this is the cost price for each product. This is the selling price for each product. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo then. Next, total sales. So total sales, if you are providing the discount, okay, so what I will do, I'll just select it. Total sales, I'm providing the discount of 0.1%. So I'll just click on the standard. You have the option here. 1 minute. Already we have. Sorry, we didn't get that option. Okay, we don't have the. When you have a discount column, easily you can work with the total sales. Now, what is this modulo? So in Excel, we discuss no modulo while discussing the match functions. You didn't remember? It show the reminder, guys. So best is, so what I will do, I'll take a one more. I'll go to the home option. I'll click on this close and load to. So I want it in a new sheet. So directly I'll go click on this close and load to option. So you can see here product, quantity, rate, cost price, profit, total sales. instead of a division, you can take it as a you can make it as sales price for each product. So I'll take a one more table here. I'll take it as fine. I'll go for the number and div number and the divisor. So divisor and the number. So I'll take some numbers here 458. You can take any number here. So then I'll go for the divisor as a 3, 4, 9, 6, 4. So after that, select the table. After selecting the table, data from table or a range. My table has a header already, it is selected. Click on OK button. So
Ma'am,
if
can
you
you
want to know,
repeat what,
sorry,
after entering the data, what did you do?
select the data or select the entire table.
Ah,
After selecting the entire table, go to the data tab.
ah,
You have the table or a range option is there, no?
ah,
Click on that
yes, ma'am. And my table has headers.
header and OK.
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So I'll just show you. So this is the number, this is the divisor. So if you want to know the what is the reminder, so in that time we are using the modulo. So select the both the things by pressing control. After this you have the option here modulo. Just click on this and this is the reminder. You can right click and rename it as a reminder. Fine. So if you want, you can rename the, so you can rename the table here. So whatever changes you want, you can do it. So after that, I'll just click on this home, load, close and load to. I want to insert it in the same sheet. So I'll just click on this existing. I want to continue it here. So I'll select it. I'll click on OK button. Okay, you can see here. Now, so I'll create a one more table here. If I have any data, I'll just select that data. Type these numbers. If you want, you can take another number. Done. So I'll select this table, data from table or a range. My table has a header. Okay. Now I have some data. I want to convert into a round up, round down. So you can select here, go to this add column option. I'll click on this rounding. So we have a 3 rounding. Round up is nothing but whether the point value is greater than or less than zero point 0.5, it will take the next number. Round down is nothing but whether the decimal point decimal value is more than 0.5 or less than 0.5, it will take the previous number. Normal rounding is nothing but if the decimal places is more than 0.5, it will take the next number. If the decimal point is less than 0.5, take the previous one. So I'll just go for the round up first. I'll just click on this round up. You can see here 97. So I'll select it. I'll click on this round down 96. I'll click on this round. It will ask for some decimal places. Give me 1 minute. It will take some time. Okay, so how many decimal places you want, you can insert it here. So if you don't want any decimal places, you can use 0 here. Click on OK button. So again, if you want with the decimal places, click on round here. You can type here 2 decimal places. Okay. Now you can see here the value is less than 0.5. So it take the, when it is a normal rounding 96. Here the value is more than 0.5. It is taking the next number. Okay. So this is how we use the rounding function and standard function. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll just close it. I'll click on this close and load to. So this is all about your what? Text, number and date function in Power Query. So other two things we are going to learn today, that is append data and merge data. First I'll explain you the append data. Think that I'll take a two tables here. I have some data here, employee ID and names. Employee ID I'll go for NICT 101, NICT 102. I'll select it and I'll drag it. Some A, B, C. So these are the names. Now here in another table I have an employee ID, employee ID and names. Okay, so I'll take this one as a NICT 106, NICT 107, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, P, R, T people are there. Okay. So we have a two tables. Okay. Now I want to convert into a single table. Now the thing is I want a continuation. Like I want first table. Okay. So I will continue to, I want, we have a two table. If I want the data or one table below the another table. So in that time we are using the append data. One more. What is append data? When you have a two table, when you want the data one below the another, so in that time we are using the append data. Got it, or can I explain it once? Fine. See here, I have a Jan, Feb, March, April, May, and June. So I have a 6 months of data. Now I cannot copy paste it one below the another. Okay, so I want to prepare a half year report. So we can't copy paste it one below the another. So I want a data like Jan, after that below that Feb, below that March, April, May, June, and so on. So instead of copy pasting the data, so here we have only six data is there. Okay, like six sheet of data is there. So when you have a more than that, we can't copy paste it. So instead of that, what we will do, we'll use a append data. Fine, got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Fine. You can see here what is append data. Append means to add to. When you append a multiple worksheet, you are adding a one worksheet to a another. So this could mean you are adding a worksheet or a multiple worksheet to an existing one, or combining all into a one new worksheet. It is nothing but adding or bringing the data one below the another. When we add the one below the another in a vertical format, we call it as a append data. So I'll just show with the practical one. I'll close this. I'll use Control N. Now, so I have some data as we discussed. So Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June data is there. I want a data one below the another. So I'll close this. I'll open a new workbook now. So after opening the new workbook, go to the data, get the data. You have the option here from workbook. So I'll just click on this from workbook. So I'll just check with my data. Fine. So get the data. So get data Excel. So I'll select it. I'll click on this import option. So when I click on this import option, so I have a multiple sheet. You can see a select multiple items. Select multiple items. So I'll just click on this. So now I want a Jan. You can select Jan, Feb, March, okay, April, May, and June. So you can see here after selecting all the multiple sheet, so we have two things here, load and transform data. So load is nothing but as it is inserting the data into a Excel. I want to make a changes. No, I want to prepare a report of 6 months. Okay, so I want to make a changes in that. So I'm clicking transform data. So you can see here Jan, date, manager, product quantity is there. Feb, March, April, May, June data is there. So what I want? I want the data one below the another. I want to combine, okay, all the data in a one sheet. So what I will do, I'll select any of the table first. So in a home, you have the option here, append queries. So where you have the option here, append queries. So I'll just pop up this option. When you click on this pop up button, append queries as a new. So I want a new one. So I'll just click on this append queries as new. When I click on this append queries as new, okay. So when I click on this, you have the option here. So by default, it is selected as a two tables. So we don't have only two tables, guys. So we have more than three or more tables. So I'll just click on this. See, when I click on these two tables, Jan and the second table, but we have a six tables here. So I'll just click on this three or more tables. So Jan already is table to append. Jan is already there. Select Feb, add March, add April, add May, add June, add. So like this you can do it. If you want to change the place of it, the order of it, you can see here. If you want down or up, you can use it. If you don't want any of the things, just select it, click on this. See here, June is not there. So if you don't want April, select it and close it. Again, if you want, select April and click on this upward. So I'll just select June, click on this add. Do you have any query till here? Fine,
No,
I'll
ma'am.
continue. I'll just click on this OK button. So now you can see here, all your 6-month data is in the one sheet. This is how we use the append queries. When you want a data one below the another, in that time we are using the append data. If you want, you can change the data as a um, half yearly report. So after that, click on this. You have the option here, close and load to. I want it in a new worksheet, so I'm directly using here close and load to. So you can see here all the data are there. Okay, you have these things also and this also. Sure, fine then. So we'll continue with. So this we call it as what? Append data. So the next one we are going to learn, that is merge data. So what is this merge data? So I'll just close with this. Okay, fine. So I have some data here. I'll just check with this. You can see here I have a data here. Salesman ID and salesman here. I have a salesman ID, city, and the sales. Now I want a data like one after the another one. So nothing but I have a salesman ID here. I'll just copy this. I'll paste it in this third one. So sheet 2 is there. Already we have a salesman ID. I just want city and sales. So I'll copy it and I'll paste it. So when you want a data one below the another, we call it as a append. When you want a data or the table one after the another one, that we call it as a merge data. Merge is nothing but one after the another one. Append is nothing but one below the another one. Fine. Okay. So we'll continue. So I'll continue the same worksheet. Merge worksheet is there. Fine. I'll open a Excel. So click on this blank workbook. Go to the data, get the data from workbook. So from workbook in this desktop, so I'll select a merge data, merge sheet. I have one file here. I'll click on this one, not only merge table to new. So after this, what do you have to do? Just click on this.
ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡು.
So we'll continue. I'll click on this select multiple items. So here I have a city and jersey number. One minute, guys. I'll just click on this escape from table workbook. I'll click on this merge sheet. Click on this import. So I have here sheet 1. Okay, salesman ID and salesman. Sheet 2, salesman ID, city visit and the sales. So I'll click on the select a multiple items. I'll click sheet 1 and sheet 2. After selecting these two things, because I want to make a changes in this, so I'll click on this transform data. So when you click on this, now can you see here? It is showing me as a column 1 and column 2 instead of salesman ID and salesman name. Can you tell me the procedure how to make a changes? Any one of you? In last class we discussed no how to use a first row as a header.
Ma'am, we'll click on use first row as headers.
Good. Just click on this, use first row as a header. Okay, so second sheet. So already we have this. Now I want to merge query. So I'll just click on this merge query as new. I'll click on this merge query as new. Okay. So now sheet 1 is that. Here I'll select a sheet 2. Sheet 1, sheet 2. But the OK option is not displaying for us. So what I will do, so whenever you're merging the data, you have to select the common things in the two table. What is the common thing in the two tables? What is the common heading in the two tables?
Salesman ID.
Good. So press control or the thing. So select salesman ID. Now you can see a OK button is enabled. Now you have the option here joint kind. So before that, fine. So after selecting the salesman ID, the common data or the headings, click on this OK button. So here you can see a salesman ID, salesman. Can you see the one button is there? This we call it as a expand button. So just click on this expand button. When you click on this expand button, so it will display you the option here. Select all columns, select. So I'll just deselect the salesman ID here because already we have the salesman ID. So just deselect the salesman ID. City and sales is there. Just click on this OK button. Fine. Now you can see a salesman ID, salesman, city visit and the sales. So what it will do when you have a two tables, when you use a merge data, it will display the data one after the another. So this we call it as merge data or the merge query. So append query is nothing but one below the another. Merge query is nothing but one after the another. Fine. Fine. So we'll continue it. So I'll just click on this, close and load. You can see here I have all this data. So this is all about your what? Power Query. So you work on this Power Queries functions. If you have any query, let me know in the next class. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next thing we are going to learn about this. Already we discussed regarding the flash fill, I think. So we'll discuss regarding the text to column, remove duplicates and consolidate. So I'll just click on this. So if I have any data, I'll just will go for that. So you can see here, I have some data here. 2021 sales, 22 sales and 23 sales. Okay. You can see I have some names here. Okay. So now I want to know what is the total sales of Rahul in 21, 22 and 23. Okay. So when you have a different table in a different sheet, with the help of this consolidate, we can, okay, prepare a report. Okay, we can use some formulas like sum, minimum, maximum. So that we call it as what? Consolidate. All together we call it as a consolidate. So you have the consolidate balance sheet. No, when you have a different branches and you'll prepare a different branches balance sheet, profit and loss. After that, together you'll prepare it one. Same thing. We have the sales in a different years. Now I want to prepare the total sales in a different total sales in a different year of all these managers. So with the help of consolidate, we are going to work. So you need a time to enter the data or will continue.
We'll enter the
Sorry.
we'll enter the data, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, in 2022 and 2023, same, right? Managers Jan Feb month.
Managers are same, but the data is different. That's it.
Yes. Ma'am, what if I use rand between for the values?
The thing
Is that
is, when you are using a consolidate, so automatic when you enter some data, automatically it changes the number. So that is a drawback of rand between. Don't use it here.
okay? Done, ma'am.
Okay. So now listen to me first. So I want to consolidate in a one sheet. The total sales I want to consolidate in a each year. So what I will do, I'll just click on this new sheet. Okay. So after clicking the new sheet, you can select wherever you want. Okay, where you want to consolidate, select that cell. So I want to consolidate it from C column. So after selecting the particular cell, click on this consolidate option. So when you click on this consolidate option, you have the pop-up button here. You want to count it, sum, average, max, min, product, count numbers. All these options are there. So I want to make a total. Total is nothing but sum. So I'm selecting the sum here. Now we have two things here, reference and all reference. So which are the reference table? So when I click on this, the reference tables are 21, 22 and 23. First I'll click on this 21. I'll select it. So first I'll click on this 21 and the whole table. Okay. So after selecting the whole table, click on this add option. Fine. If you want, I'll explain it from starting.
No, ma'am.
Fine. So after that, after I click on adding this, I'll click on this total sales. So total sales, again what I will do, I'll just select the table. Already it is selected, you just check with that. So select it, click on add option. Third, so I'll just click on this third table, click on add option. Fine. After selecting all the tables, so you can see here use labels in. I'll explain with this. So before that, I'll just click on this OK button. Now you can see here there is no proper data. We are not getting the proper data, whether it is a Jan, Feb, March. So about which manager. So it is not showing anything for us. So what I will do, I'll just delete it. So I'll select this. You can select wherever you want. I'll click on this consolidate. Already we selected, already we have a references here. Now, can you see here? I want to use a top row. Top row is nothing but what? The top row is nothing but manager Jan Feb. So for that purpose, what I will do, I'll just click on this top row. Next, left column. So left column is nothing but your manager's name. So I'll just click on this left column. So next, after that, I'll explain with this create link to a source data. Click on OK button. You can see here now it is properly displaying for me. Jan, Feb, March and Rahul 76. So we'll cross verify this. You can see here Rahul 25 for Jan, 25, Jan 34, 25 plus 34, total 59. Sorry, 50, 29 or 25, 25, 25. Okay, 59. 59 plus 17. Okay, 59, 60, 60, 76. Can you see here? It is displaying a 76. So what it will do, it will pick all the data. So Jan, Feb like that. So this is how we consolidate the data. Got it or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Now what I will do, I'll click on this. Instead of 25, I'll reduce by 6. So like instead of 25, I'll take it as a 19. I'll type it as a 19. I'll click on enter option. I'll go to the sheet 1. So it has to show me a 70, no? Instead of 76, because I make a changes in the 2021 sales. Instead of 25, okay, I made it as a 19. But same answer is displaying for me. Okay, the old one. So when you make a changes in the original data, so it will not affect. Okay. Now listen to me. How to make, when I make a changes, suddenly I want the changes in the consolidate table also. So for that purpose, I'll just click on this. I'll click on this consolidate. Okay. You have the option here, create link to a source data. What is this create link to a source data? So nothing but when you make a changes in the original data, automatically it affect to your consolidate table also. So when you want to make a effect in a consolidate table also, you have to click on this create link to a source data. So when you click on this option, click on OK button. Now you can see here it is showing 74 hours. Now I'll go to this option. I'll do one thing. Okay. In a 2023 sales, uh, Ravins is 17. Okay. 17, instead of 17, I'll make it as a 20. Click on enter option. So I made a changes in the original data. I'll go to this consolidate table. Now you can see here it is showing 74, but what about your, when you created a link, it is showing 77 because we made a changes in the original data. So when you want to automatically affect to a, when you make a changes in the original data, if you want to automatically effect to your consolidate table, so in that time you can use this option called as create a link to a source data. Fine. If you want, I'll explain it once, otherwise we'll continue to other functions. Fine then. Now if you want to see the data, one minute, you can see here when you click on this plus option, it will display the in-depth for you. 19 plus 34 plus 17. If you want to know about Kiran, just click on this plus option. It will display the data of Kiran 23, 31, 12. If you want to know about a Sagar, just click on this plus option. You can see. So this is how we use the consolidate option. So you guys work on this. So I'll continue with the next function. Now, so we have the option here, text to column. I don't think so you have any query regarding the flash fill, because already we discussed regarding the flash fill option. Yes, you remember the flash fill option?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine then. Then I'll go for the text to column. So I'll just use here. So we're at that. So I'm using a at in between. So one more thing. Okay. So now I want Virat in a one column and Kohli in the another column. So what I will do, I'll select all this data. Okay. So after selecting all the data, we have the option here text to column. So when you click on this text to column, you have the option here delimited and fixed width is there. So by default you can see here it is selected the delimited. Okay, so you can see what is this delimited characters such as a commas or tabs separated with the each field. So in between I have given a at here, so on the basis of that it is separated the date, separate the data here. So by default it is selected the delimited. Click on this next. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then. So now, so we didn't give the tab in between. So I'll just click on this semicolon is there, comma is there, space is there. So I didn't give any of these things. So I'll just click on this other. When you click on this other, you have the option here. You have to give here at. See here, when I give the at here, you can see here data preview. Automatically it is separated now. You can see. After this, click on this next option. So see here, destination. So by default, if you want to continue with the same like cell, you can click on this finish option. I'll just show it to you. I'll just click on this finish. You can see here Virat and Kohli. Now I'll use a control Z. I don't want to enter this data in the same cell or the same column. I want it in the another cell. So I'll just click on this I'll just click on this text to column. Click on this next option. So already it is there. Click on this next path. So remove the path destination and I want it from B. So I'll selected the B here. Just click on this finish option. You can see here. Fine. Chalo. So I'll explain with a one more example here. I'll just select it. I'll click on this home. I'll replace the value. I'll use ash. Click on this replace. Okay. So I'll just remove this. Now I'll select the data. I'll go to the data. You have the option here text to column. Already it is selected the delimited. Next here you just remove with the at. So make it as a, you can see when I change with this in the preview, you can see when I click on this ash, you can see. After that click on this next. So after the destination I'll select it from next. Not only the wherever you want, guys, you can select any one of this cell. If you want here, you can select it here, wherever you want. So just click on this finish, it will display the data there. So this is how we use the text to column option. Fine. So the next thing is when you have a duplicate. If you want to remove the duplicate data, in that time you can use this remove duplicate. I'll make a some of the things duplicate here, copy. So I have some data. Instead of searching the duplicate data, so easily you can remove the duplicates. Okay, just select it. You have the option here, duplicates. Just click on this duplicate. Select, already you have the option here, column D and E. Click on OK button. So you can see a 3 duplicate value found and removed and 6 unique value are remain. So this is all about your text to column, remove duplicate, consolidate. In the last class we discussed regarding the data, already in the previous class we discussed regarding the data validation. So what is your work? You have to work on your Power Query, that is text, number, date function, and append data, merge data. And after that, today we discuss regarding the consolidate, text to column, remove duplicates. So you work on these functions. If you have any query, let me know in the tomorrow's class. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.